November 2024 election in United States, it is changing the world drastically. And especially, it is changing the world in a sense of Indian subcontinent. Indian subcontinent, it is changing because India is changing. India's economy is completely dependent upon European Union and United States. Completely, 100%. Now, in that sense, India is kind of it is fighting to stay at the economic level what it was before November 5th, 2024. It is struggling a lot to come to that to be at that level. Day by day, it is lagging behind. Now, in this scenario, Indian subcontinent is changing. Afghanistan and Pakistan, they are in a war kind of situation that has never happened in the past. Never. Best friend together. Syria is completely changed and Houthi rebellions are taking over Yemen. This is what is changing everywhere. Now we are talking about the relationship between Oman, Yemen. Yemen is right now it is focus of the world. Post Syria, Yemen is focus of the world, and little bit Afghanistan, Taliban. Now Yemen is focus of the world because the democratic government in Yemen is on the stake of collapse, and Houthi rebellions. It is very much likely they would take over anytime. Now, in that sense, Oman politics is becoming important in that sense because it is adjoining Yemen and completely adjoining the South Yemen. I believe I, Aden. Aden was the capital of the South Yemen. Now, in that sense, United States Oman relationship is very, very crucial and very, very important. Now, United States, America first, American first. Now, Donald Trump would take oath within 20 days and then he would focus completely inside the civil matter. Full money of America would be for the benefit of the United States people, either it is job, home, or whatsoever. Completely. In that sense, relationship between Oman and United States is important. Oman is a typical country in Indian subcontinent, rare of the rarest, which was never colony of any of the European or American or whatsoever. Never. It is a monarchy, it is a sultanate, and there is a sultan, he sits in Oman. America Oman relationship is very, very old. 1833, United States and Oman they signed a treaty for amity and commerce. 1840, Oman Sultan he sailed through a ship that called Sultana, and then he went to New York on the ship, big ship. Okay, so that is the relationship between Oman and United States. By 1880, 1833, 1840, and 1880, United States opened a consulate in Muscat. Can someone believe this? United States opened consulate in the Muscat. And 1880 also there was Sultan, there was king in Oman. 1958, United States and Oman signed agreement for the commerce and consulate rights. MET Commerce and Consulate right in 1958 in Salalah. I believe Salalah is the name of a place that is southern to the Oman and northeast to the Oman is the Muscat towards India. 1972, United States opened its embassy in Muscat, full-fledged embassy. 1973, Oman opened embassy in Washington, D.C. 1980, 1980, United States and Oman they signed agreement for military cooperation. Can someone believe it? Commerce is all right. Military cooperation. 2009, Oman and United States, this Oman and United States, they signed for the FTA, free trade agreement, and by 2022, the trade between Oman and United States is more than $5 billion service and goods, the goods and services that trade more than $5 billion. United States Trade in Oman is, I believe, $2.2 billion in 1 year, 2022, and Oman in United States is $2.3 billion. America investment in Oman is more than $2 billion in 2022, and Oman investment in America was around, I believe, 60 or $70 million. America foreign direct investment in Oman was more than $2 billion in 2022. Oman investment in United States was less than $100 million. So America's main investment in Oman was in oil refinery, and this Oman is a crude oil country. It exports crude oil. The majority of the income comes by exporting the crude oil to United Kingdom mainly, and United States also purchases from the Oman. And Oman kind of import and foreign direct investment are in the oil refinery machinery and this kind of stuff. Oman purchases food also. Oman cannot cultivate that much food. Population in Oman has grown 10 times in past 60 to 70 years. 10 times because of the crude oil export from the Oman. Now question is arising that America, United States never love a country which is king based. It love a country which is democratic based. But all of a sudden, how Oman Sultan, the king of Oman, is visiting New York in 1840 itself. What's going on behind the scene? The behind the scene is Russia. Russia, Russia, the kind of the communist forces they were taking up, going up in Russia the way Russia started pushing on communism in Oman since beginning only. And Oman's king is in trouble now because he is thinking that he has to ally with someone who is equally power to the Russia. And England presence in India created the more trouble in Oman. And then England's presence in southern Yemen, that democracy, one side democracy and one side socialist and communist. Now Oman had no other solution but to get aligned with the United States. During 1960 and 1970, Russia or Soviet was in complete force to establish a communist government in Oman, kicking out the kingship or sultanate in Oman. And that is the reason that United States opened embassy in Muscat in 1972. 1980, there was a military agreement between Oman and United States. 2009, then there is a free trade agreement with America and Oman. And then problem of the Oman is that it is kind of it has closed by the neighbor like United Arab Emirates, Saudi Arabia, Iran, all are part of BRICS nation now that is led by Russia. Oman is only that country. Now Oman problem is if United States leaves Oman, then Russia is looking at looking at the Oman. Now Oman is in deep trouble now. If United States is becoming weaker day by day and it start looking into its internal matter only, then what will happen to Oman? That is the question is arising with the king of the Oman and many one who are dependent or more or less directly or indirectly with the Oman. Now, no one has this solution that what will happen to Oman. One side Houthi, kind of separatist, they are booming in the Yemen, and one side BRICS nation led by Russia, and America is becoming weaker day by day. Who will take care of Oman? The only solution is that Oman falls in Indian Indian subcontinent, and it has to kind of thickening. It has to make the thick relationship, or if relationship is there with the India, that relationship should become thicker and thicker day by day. That is the only solution that is remaining with the Oman. God bless Oman. God bless United States.